for minors. Do we love minors? I love minors. I don't know how they do it going.
All right, guys, Donald Trump and his administration have a huge problem on their hands because Donald Trump made a ton of different promises to get himself elected, but now that he's in office, he has basically fulfilled none of those promises. And in fact, he's even making life harder for everyday Americans because he decided it was a good idea to implement his idiotic tariffs. And now that we are in election season, his team is looking around and noticing that they are about to receive one hell of an ass whooping. So what do? Well, they're going to put him back in his favorite environment. That's right, everybody. Donald Trump is going on an affordability tour. And the reason that I wanted to take a look at the first stop on this tour is because I think that this is going to be politically damaging for Donald Trump. He is a 79-year-old memory patient with cognitive decline on full display. He is basically sundowning nearly every day at this point, and I think that they are going to parade him out there, and he is going to come across as a delusional, out-of-touch weirdo, and ultimately, I think it is going to hurt him in the 2026 midterms. So I wanted to take a look at the first stop and kind of compare it to the last stop, because even though Donald Trump is still unhinged today, he will undoubtedly be more unhinged by the time he wraps up this so-called affordability tour. They said that this is going to be a multi-month type of thing, so we are just going to have to see how it goes, but I am not hopeful that this is going to help them whatsoever. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at how they are trying to set the stage for this affordability tour. Here is Karoline Levitt telling us all what to expect. If you guys do appreciate my work and you want to support the show, please do remember to subscribe. We are trying to hit 30,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I would very much appreciate your support.
And President Trump is going to give a positive, economic-focused speech where he talks about all that he and his team has done to provide bigger paychecks and lower prices for the American people. And don't forget, a year ago, President Trump inherited the worst inflation crisis in modern American history from the Biden administration. And I have watched every single day as President Trump and his tremendous economic team have been working to fix it, and they have through a very simple economic formula, which President Trump will talk about tonight.
All right, guys, so they always talk about how Biden is at fault, and, you know, he handed Donald Trump the worst economy that anybody's ever seen, but Donald Trump has done all of this great work to give you bigger paychecks and lower prices, and during this affordability tour, Donald Trump is going to give you a positive economic message. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump in to the first clip of the first stop on this affordability tour. Here he is talking about the farmer bailout that they just passed, I guess.
I just helped our farmers out because they're starting to do really well. But in order to try and negotiate, some countries played a little cute, and we just gave them right out of a tariff money. Cost us nothing. Right out of the hundreds of billions that we've taken in, we gave the farmers a little help, $12 billion, and they are so happy. And all they want is a level playing field, and now it's happening.
If the economy was so great, why are we providing bailouts to our farmers? And to make matters even worse on this particular issue, you got to think about what is happening. He came into office and did these unilateral tariffs, which are a tax on the American people. And so he's collecting extra taxes, and now he's turning around and he's bailing out the farmers who have had to bear the brunt of these idiotic tariffs. Because he came into, he started all these trade wars, right? He just demolished the markets that they normally sell into, and now they can barely get by without a government subsidy because Donald Trump has no idea what the fuck he is doing. So to come out here and brag about these farmer bailouts that never had to occur under Biden, mind you, it is just the stupidest thing that I think you could do. Let's go to move on to him continuing to talk about how he likes to do the weave, guys.
Again, it's a thing called tariffs. And I told you, I was about to say that, because I love the weave. The weave. You know what the weave is? You go here, bing, 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 bing. You always have to get back to the right location.
Bing, 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 bing. This man is unwell, guys, and this is only the first stop in a multi-month tour about affordability. It is going to be one hell of a ride. I can just only imagine what we are about to bear witness to. Let's go to move on to this clip where he's talking about Karoline Leavitt and her beautiful lips again.
You know, when she goes on television, Fox, they dominate. They dominate when she gets up there with that beautiful face and those lips that don't stop, up, like a little machine gun.
What are we doing here, guys? This is just so damn creepy. He's 79 years old, talking about his press secretary, who is what, 28-year-old, 29 years old, or something like that? Talking about how she has sexy lips that move like a machine gun. Bop, 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 bop. Let's move on to this clip where we've got him going on a rant, another unhinged rant about Ilhan Omar.
I love this Ilhan Omar, whatever the hell her name is, with the little turban. I love her. She comes in, does nothing but bitch. She's always complaining. She comes from a country where, it's considered about the worst country in the world, right? They have no military, they have no nothing, they have no parliament. They don't know what the hell the word parliament means. They have nothing. They have no police. They police themselves. They kill each other all the time.
So just some overt bullshit racism from the President of the United States when he's supposed to be talking about his affordability message for the upcoming midterms. This is just really some really unhinged shit, guys. And the thing that is most disappointing about what we just witnessed here is the crowd goes fucking wild when he goes on these unhinged rants. It is when they are like the most animated. They eat this shit up like it's going out of style. They come for the bigotry, and they got dosed up a nice serving of it last night. Just really some pathetic stuff. Here he is going on about the National Guard member who was killed in Washington, D.C. I thought this was pretty gross.
And she was shot in the head. The brain, shot in the head. They were able to keep her alive long enough for her parents to come in from West Virginia and say goodbye to her.
Can you just imagine if you were this woman's parents and you've got the President of the United States at one of his affordability rallies and just talking nonchalantly about how your daughter was murked, how she was shot in the head, how she was shot in the brain. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Can you show at least a little respect, a little empathy, or a little something? This is all just one big game for him, guys. He doesn't care about any of you. He doesn't care about any of us. He cares about Donald Trump and his billionaire buddies. He cares about using the office of the president to enrich himself. And if somebody has to die in Washington, D.C. because he decided to deploy the National Guard for no real good reason, well then, I guess that's just what it is. He does try to get back to the affordability message for a brief time here. Let's see what he has to say.
Look at that. Our prices are coming down. Their prices, it's a hoax. They're just, remember they said the Inflation Reduction Act. Remember?
So this is something that he continues to do. Okay, guys, he's supposed to be going out there, right? And telling you about all of these great things that maybe are in the big despicable bill that they're going to be kicking in 2026. It's going to, bring prices down and give you bigger paychecks. That's kind of the slogan of the rally, right? But at every other turn, he said, the affordability is a hoax. It's a Democrat hoax. You're shooting yourself in the foot every time you say this shit. You cannot look at people and say, oh, nothing to see here. Prices are down. Look at all this work we've done to bring your prices down. This is the same trap that Biden fell into, except Trump doesn't have all of these positive economic indicators that he can point at and say, hey, look, this is what we've actually done, because all of our economic indicators are heading in the wrong direction under Donald Trump. It's just insane to me. He goes on to talk about black people.
I got the biggest vote with black people. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you.
What do you say to this? What does somebody say to something like this? Oh, the black people love me. I got the best vote of the black folks. They know what it is to be scammed. They know what it is to scam. Like, what is this nonsense, bro? You're supposed to be talking about your economy and how well you're doing as president of the United States, even though you've shit the bed. Every single thing that you touch just absolutely goes to shit. He goes on to talk about the boat strikes off of Venezuela.
The problem is nobody wants to go fishing anymore either. They don't want to get in boats. They don't want anything to do with boats. I think we've destroyed the boat market. Other than that, it's been very effective.
Yeah, so just casually joking about, blowing boats out of the water off the coast of Venezuela, even though his administration right now is embroiled in a scandal that really is starting to look like Pete Hegseth and whoever carried out those strikes are guilty of murder or war crimes or both, or, since we're really not at war, I guess this would be considered murder. You strike the boat once, you've got two guys clinging on to life in the middle of the ocean, no other boats around, nowhere close to land, and then our military doubles back and strikes them again. And apparently, to some Democrats who have watched the video, it was some of the most horrendous shit that they have ever seen. And these people have seen quite a bit, okay? And now you've got the president of the United States just joking about it. It means nothing. These are just like little pieces on a chessboard, guys. He does not give a shit. He don't care. If he wants to go kill people indiscriminately off the coast of Venezuela, well, then that's what the wannabe tyrant is gonna fucking do. And for the last clip, let's see if he can bring the message home about affordability, guys.
But if we keep going like this, there'll be nothing ever in history like it. Already, they are saying better than Lincoln, better than Washington, better than anybody. The best 10 months ever in the history of the presidency.
We knew we couldn't count on him to bring the message home for a nice solid landing. He's such a malignant narcissist that he just can't go out there and say, hey, we were handed a bad economy. We've done this, and this to try to make it better. We're hoping that those things are going to kick in 2026. I know things are a little bit hard right now. I know things are not going as great as we want them to go right now, but here's what we're doing about it. Of course, he just cannot do that because Donald Trump never wants to admit that he has done anything wrong. And really what he would have to do here is he would have to completely reverse on the idea of these unilateral tariffs. These tariffs are just bleeding into our economy and prices are rising all over the place. And that's just really what it boils down to. Food prices are up, toy prices are up. People are using buy now, pay later to buy groceries. We are seeing buy now, pay later defaults starting to rise as well. I mean, the economy is not looking good right now. And now they won't publish the GDP numbers. They're not publishing the inflation numbers. They're not publishing the job numbers. And you guys know as well as I do that if those numbers were positive for the administration, Donald Trump would be out here on the affordability tour bragging about it, right? We all know that to be true. So this was the first stop on Donald Trump's affordability tour. Like I said, guys, I think that this tour is going to be very politically damaging for him. He has no humility. He has no real grasp of what is actually going on in this economy. He has no real grasp of what everyday Americans are having to deal with. And I think he is going to come across as an out-of-touch loser who is just using the office of the presidency to enrich himself. He's tearing down ballrooms and spending over $300 million to build a new one, all while the everyday American is having a harder and harder time getting by because he decided that he knew better than any other person out there, better than all of the economists that were warning that these across-the-board tariffs were going to hurt people. He went through with them. anyways. And so I think he's going to go out there. And I think, you know, as the data rolls in, as the approval rating continues to crash, as people start to look at this economy and start, you know, blame Donald Trump even more and more and more and more, I think he is going to become more unhinged. That's why I wanted to take a look at his first stop. And then when he is wrapping up the tour, I want to compare it to his last stop. Because I think what we saw today was just really truly unhinged by any other president's standards. But for Donald Trump, you know, just another day for Donald Trump. But I think by the end of this tour, I think he's going to be unraveling. I mean, even if he can even make it to the end of the tour, guys. I mean, he's decrepit. His hand looks like it's like decaying off of his body. He can't keep his eyes open in the middle of the day. It is not looking good for Donald Trump right now. And so I think he, as time progresses, as his approval ratings continue to tank, as the American people get more frustrated with their economic circumstances, Donald Trump is going to be out here on this affordability tour, and he is going to shoot himself in the foot over and over and over again. That way, Democrats are likely to just mop the floor with Republicans in the 2026 midterms. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that this tour is going to help Donald Trump? Do you think it's going to hurt Donald Trump? Do you think it just really won't matter? Are you optimistic that the economy will get better next year, as these people continue to tell you? Or are we heading into some sort of deep recession because this administration just really doesn't know what the fuck that they're doing? That's where my vote is for now, but I will leave it there for now, guys. If you guys did get anything out of this video, please do remember to smash that like button and subscribe. Maybe share with a friend or two. I'd very much appreciate that. Feed those algorithm gods for me if you would. We are trying to make it to 30,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I would very much appreciate your support. If you guys want to go a step above and beyond that, you can help me produce these videos by clicking that little join button right here on YouTube for as little as $3 a month. Or you can head over to politiscape.substack.com, where you can have my content delivered directly to your inbox every single day. And the cool part about Substack, guys, is I own the data over there. So if you sign up over there, that is a huge, huge win for me. And I want everybody to remember as well that the Unfuck America Tour has a big event going on in Phoenix, Arizona on December 20th as a response to Turning Point USA's AmFest. It is going to be one hell of a time, and you can use that link in my bio to purchase tickets to that event. You can also sign up to volunteer, or you can sign up to donate to help me get down to that event, whether it's $2, $10, or $50, guys. Every little bit counts, and this has got to be a team effort as we continue the fight against this buffoonish authoritarian regime. So until the next one, guys, everybody keep your chin up. Hope everybody's having a good holiday season out there, and I'll see you on the next one.